Very good afternoon, Sunday to everyone who is watching us. We are live at Belgium, the circuit at Spa with our Tier 3 grid. And you know what? We have a full grid today here, lads. So it is gonna be a very fun race today with me. I have Deepak Raj in commentary box as always, who was our streamer for yesterday's Tier 1 race. So Deepak Raj, how are you doing today on this Sunday afternoon?
It's a very good Sunday today, a good day for motorsport fan, a packed day, I would say. And yes, let's start it off with this Tier 3 race today.
Yep, without further delay, let's just go to the track video because I'm pretty sure that all our drivers are getting very easy to start racing each other with a full grid, that too. So let's just hop onto the track video.
Belgium is one track that requires no introduction. 7 kilometers of historic motorsport heritage that has played host to the battle of the pioneer gentleman races in Formula 1 as early as 1925. Formerly a street circuit that winded through the Belgian countryside, Spa is the longest circuit on the F1 calendar and possesses the universally recognizable Eau Rouge Radeon complex.
Okay, that was definitely a short, crisp idea about what we can expect from the track today by our very own 8 cylinders, who definitely did some research for that track video. But yeah, that was a good overall view of what we can expect and what has happened on this track in the past. Definitely a very iconic track in my opinion, and definitely will bring out a lot of iconic racing today in Tier 3. But yes, we will wait for the grid to ready up. Meanwhile, Deepak Raj, what do you think we can expect from today's race?
And like you said, it's a full grid, so Spa never fails to deliver with a big grid. Even yesterday's race, it was a very small grid, but we had a lot of battles going on in Tier 1 until BSE started things up, but still it was a good race, and I just expect the Tier 3 boys to deliver. Pretty sure with a full grid, we can expect a lot of action going up and down the field.
Yep, definitely. So I am just figuring out one of the issues, but yeah, the drivers are about to ready up. I hope everything is fine on the streams. We'll wait for the drivers to ready up and go into the lobby. They have started to ready up. We have a full grid. I hope that everyone gets a seat. I will be very sad if someone is not able to get the seat.
Yeah, that would be a real shame.
Yes, and what do you expect about the weather today?
Well, Spa, it is known to be a bit rainy sometimes. So, yesterday we had an overcourse qualifying in Tier 1. So, we got a bit excited, but the race was dry. So, I don't know. But wet should be excruciating for these guys as well. A lot of them on keyboards and gamepads, it's going to be tough for them. So, it's going to be interesting to see. From an audience viewpoint, we want a wet race, but from the drivers, it's going to be a pain for them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We do have the full grid here right now with us. There was an issue with one of the person in this lobby. We'll deal with it after this session is over, but I hope my other tier 3 coordinator will take care of it. I will just drop him a message for the same, but yes, it should be fair for everyone. But yeah, now you should be getting the weather graphics soon. It will tell us whether it is gonna be rainy or not for this race, and whether we can see some spice.
It's coming up. Ooh, the race it's plus 45 with thunderstorms.
Oof. So tier 3 always getting this wet races, and none of the tier 1 boys gonna get that fun of the wet race yet. So I'm not sure why tier 3 is cursed with rain.
I'd say that's really, I don't know, that's really unfair for T3 is what I would say. But I mean, it is what it is. So we just got to do with it.
Yes, it is what it is at the end of the day. Do you also have some constructor standings? Drivers and constructor?
It's not coming up right now.
Okay, we'll wait for some more time. Maybe it will come after some time, but yes, we will come back with that data right now. A couple of drivers have started to go out on the track. Let me just have a look.
Constructors are coming up. Alfa Romeo is at the top of the table right now, followed by Red Bull, and Racing Point sitting at P3 right now, followed by Mercedes and Renault. McLaren at P6, Haas P7, Williams at P8, AlphaTauri and Ferrari rounding up the constructor.
Yes, so that will be our constructor standings. Not sure why drivers did not come up, but we will get back to with the driver standings as well. Meanwhile, let's just go through the grid. We have Berlin and Joker, both AlphaTauri boys representing AlphaTauri today. Vinay safety car, who is also known as Nifty, representing McLaren today. Charitra, who is one of our new, drivers here at IRC, has recently joined IRC. This is his first league race with us. So we will be excited to see what he can do in today's race. We do have BioRide and DJ recently being promoted to full-time driver seat along with BioRide, and we do have AlphaBot and Rooker, the old pair of Red Bull's KG. Eric Griffin, another newcomer in our league. This will be his first race. A couple of people have started to go out on their hot laps. Let me just bring up the audio for the game, which I will do. Give me 1 second. So that you can hear the game sound as well. We will go on board with a couple of people, a lot of people on their hot laps.
C2 cars have started their hot laps. 4 cars have started their hot laps.
Yep, Charitra, one of our newcomers, has started his hot lap. A pretty good line through that, that section after the Camel Straight. This downhill turn is very difficult on ABS, but I am pretty sure that he is running ABS. His RPM seems to be glitched, so I will spare you the pain of hearing to that and will go outside that. But did he invalidate his lap? Does not seem like he did.
We did not get the invalidation message.
Yeah, let me just bring out the track map. Yes, he did not invalidate.
Not invalidate. Okay, that's weird.
Yep, I think he lifted off massively there to avoid a penalty. But yeah, that was still he will be able to put out a lap time there on the board. Setting purple sector 2, but mind you, is just because people have
he
not.
Is starting it, so he's the first one right off the gate, setting the hot lap, so it's gonna be purple everything.
Yes.
So. But let's not take it away from him. Let him have it.
Yes, for sure. Let's see
And
what.
KG is back to business. He's put up a purple sector 2.
Yep, so KG being his normal self. Currently, he seems to be behind the driver. Yep, and there he goes. Flying, and that's a wheel also out. I am not sure who the other Williams was. I think it was Nihal Shetty, who was on a very dangerous part of the track. He was on an out lap, and as he was about to start his hot lap, he broke his wing as well. So, not a great start. Yep.
That's very clumsy, and KG's now got to do a lot of work from the back of the grid.
Yeah, he will not be happy. He was on a hot lap, and I'm not sure whether Nihal was able to give him space or not. I could just catch the last part of it, but definitely he was a bit of an impediment. Pinan, who also has been recently promoted to. So Nihal, who has also been recently promoted to Pinan, sorry, Nihal, my bad. Pinan, who has been also recently promoted to Renault as a full-time driver, has set the fastest time of the session. Some people have pointed out to me that maybe Renault is the most OP team at the moment. I'm not sure why he's going off track and trying to take a shortcut there. He would have been faster if he would have just stick to the track, but maybe a lot of drivers were coming from behind him. DJ, who recently got promoted to Haas as well, going through the I forgot the name of the corner, Deepak, can you remind me? Yep, Puan. So how tricky do you feel Puan to be? Like, what is
Puan, it's like you need to use his rear to rotate around, just slightly dab on the brakes, or not even dab on the brakes, just to downshift and get on the gas, get the car turned around and go flat out. But again, you do not want to touch the inside curves there, that really unsettles your car. But DJT seemed to have no issues, he was just taking that curve, so I would suggest him avoid. taking the curb and taking the grass also here. That really slows you down.
Yep, it will slow you down for the straight. So going
But
on.
he is on his in lap, I think. So he's just going into the garage.
Okay, it seems like he
Or
already.
is he on his out lap? Or is he on his in lap? Okay.
Okay, I do see a Mercedes going really slow in sector 3. Oh, he is out of fuel. Probably he does not impede the guys coming up behind him. That will be Nihal. Yep, the Mercedes give way to him. Nihal, who will soon start his hot lap. Mercedes going into. Let's just go on board with E-Rock, who seemed to be about to finish his hot lap, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he's about to finish his hot lap. I think he slightly touched the grass there. Ooh, almost avoids invalidation.
This track is really tricky on invalidation front for sure, and we see a
He's
Williams
aborting his lap.
who missed the pit lane, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, looks like it.
Let me see. I forgot was the shortcut for going to 20th driver, but Nihal
Yep.
Sethi, he seemed to have missed his pit lane, and he is trying to safely enter into the pits, waiting for the McLaren if he is about to go into the pits or not. That's a
Is this even allowed?
I don't think so. He's trying to avoid disqualification, backing out multiple times, but he did not block the pit entry for any driver behind him, so I think it should be fine. Meanwhile, let's go on board with Joker, who is about to start the lap. Why don't you take us through his lap?
Okay, we're going through lessors. A corner exit is very critical here. It determines the entire sector 1 pace. Going right downhill, leading up to run up to the Urush, the infamous Urush, a corner that is very beloved to many fans. Easy flat out onto Camel Straight, a very long straight with the DRS flaps wide open. Just hit the maximum speed over here, and they are coming up to the Della Rosia chicane. Again, another sensitive traction zone. You need to use your rears to turn the car around to get the maximum speed out of here. And they're going down onto the downhill right-hander, a tricky corner with easy to lock up. But again, the ABS is going to be very easy, but still it's a lot of time. And coming to no name, you need to take a sweeping line, use the maximum track on the outside without invalidating it. That's a very challenging part. And Puhan, a very fast left-hander, just go full flat, do not touch the curbs, keep it in track. And they're coming onto campus, right-hander followed by a left-hander. Again, a very tricky traction zone. Need to use the rear of the car to turn around. And coming onto Stablo, again, a very easy part to invalidate if you run too wide. But you need to be on maximum width to get the proper exit. And again, a long final straight where you need to get a proper exit to get a good final straight line speed. And
I will
it
just
goes on
cut
up
you
to the
off.
bus
It
stop chicane.
seems like Rooker has been in an incident, or he is just giving way. Okay, he's just
Yeah,
giving
he's
way.
invalidated, so I think he is just giving out way to other
Yes.
hot lappers.
But that is not the place where we generally see people in give way. But Joker coming through the final corner bus stop chicane sets a time, puts him in P9 with a 1:45.6. So definitely not a bad time, but will expect a bit of improvement from our boys here.
Yeah, definitely. We could see some improvement probably. Track evolution plays a huge role here, so we could see the times creeping up a bit.
Yep,
I was actually looking forward to KG's hot lap, but unfortunately he has been taken out in that incident. So I'm pretty sure we are gonna miss out the fastest time, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, Ripe has seemed to start his hot lap. We'll go on board with a couple of people who are about to cross their hot lap. Alphabot, who is on his out lap, will start his hot lap soon. E-Rock, who is about to approach the bus stop chicane, trying to brake as early as possible, misses it, goes a bit wide, and then
He's setting
starts.
it up for the hot lap.
Yes,
He's setting it up for the hot lap.
Yep, he is setting it up for his hot lap, trying to get a bigger exit there. Let's go on board with Eric Griffin, who is coming out of the final corner. He has not yet set a time, has not invalidated his lap either, is out of ERS by the end of his lap, but he does set a time. Our rookie for the day is in P10 with a 1:45.6. Followed up behind, it seems like Chatra is in the pits. but his teammate Nihal, after a second change of wings, is about to start his lap, not finish his lap.
He's starting his lap right now.
Yep, a lot of people crossing the line. Bioride is also, I think, starting his lap. But a lot of traffic in the final corner, I would say. Like everyone starting the grid as soon as possible. Let me just get Charitra has seemed to... 1 second.
Okay.
Can you take, I will just go on board with one of our fastest drivers and we will go on board with a lap around this track. Let me just see who is about to start his lap. I think Kuber Abi has just started his lap.
Yes, Assassin has retired. I wonder what has happened to him.
Yeah.
Did we see a Ferrari stranded somewhere?
Yes, we
Ferrari or
do
Alpha
see.
Tauri, was that?
We
It
do
looks like
see.
he lost it on top of Urush.
Yeah, he lost it in top of Radeon. We could not get a glimpse of him.
That's bad. People retiring before they could get the full experience of quality, but yep, it is what it is. I don't think Kuber Abi has enough ERS to get this lap over with. It's very low.
And that's an invalidation. Yes. This track really punishes you for going wide. Alphabot, who is not happy with his performance in the past couple of races, is trying to set a good time. Here he is on the Camel Straight. How does he take the... What was the chicane name again?
At Telerosia.
I am really bad with the corner names.
Even I'm not 100% sure if I'm getting the corner names right. I'm really sorry for that.
I am really bad with corner names, but he
Yeah.
seems to be doing it
It's
all
fine.
right before. He did not invalidate in the previous
It's fine.
corner, but he invalidated in the next one. So definitely not a good show from him. Let's go to
Yeah.
E-Rock, who is behind him and is on his hot lap. E-Rock, we know that he has the pace for it. Yep, that's how I generally take that corner. So he is taking it properly in my book. So let's see how he deals with the next couple of corners. Locking up a bit on the inside tire, but still managing to keep it within the track limits. The corner where I lost my car yesterday in Tier 1 race, and he has set the purple sector 2 time. I'm not sure whether it is correct or not. Deepak, you can confirm me on that, whether he has set the sector 2 fastest or not.
Sector 2 is his personal best.
Okay, so game did not tell us the correct story, our telemetry being more correct than the game. You can take my word for that. So definitely he has set the personal best, but not the fastest time of the session in sector 2, coming through the bus stop chicane. Was able to put down the throttle and goes P2. So definitely the Renault looking very OP at the moment with those times.
Yeah. Yeah. And a little correction to the corner names. I'm really sorry. I was telling some track corner name from Monza. So basically that chicane is called Le Congress.
Okay, yes. So our
My bad.
audience doing the work of correcting us, but Vinay seems to be coming through the bus stop chicane to complete his lap. Not the best exit from the last corner. Would have lost probably 2 to 3 tenths, but does set in a time of 1:44.4, goes P8.
Okay, that's a good comment from Vinay, but with the track rolling, I think he can maybe go for another lap, I guess.
Maybe. We have 3 minutes left, so people who are in the pits also will tend to start their another hot lap if they can.
Yep.
Let me
We see a lot of cars around their out laps.
Yes, a lot of cars have not yet set their hot lap as well, because this track is just so challenging to put a lap together and be it that good. We are on board with our another rookie of the day, Charitra, who is going through Lacom, is what you said, right? If I'm not wrong.
This is Brussels.
Yes, this is okay. I cannot even try to pronounce that name because I will butcher it, I know. So I will just let my co-commentator do it for you. But going through, let's see how he takes it. Just a slight lift off and a slight tap of brake. Maybe a bit too slow, but he seems to be on a controller. So maybe not making the life most easy for him. Let's have the tires. For some reason, my shortcuts are not working.
He has invalidated his lap.
Oh, that's a very sad.
Charitra has invalidated his lap to campus.
Yep, and Pinan is still leading the charts with 143.3. My shortcut still not working because game very good. I like. Uh, okay, let me just see if this will help. I will just put.
We've got another retirement. Deadpool has retired. It's set from the pits.
I don't see any other.
He hasn't even
car.
set a lap there, so.
Yep, that is true. We do see a big pileup in sector 2, so that will be somewhere.
Can we go on board Soham Day? He's on his hot lap.
Yes, let's go on board with Soham Day, who is doing his hot lap.
Right now, I think he just started his hot lap. He's coming up to the home base right now, and
He's missing all the apexes. I'm not sure why, but if you want to set the fastest time, you have to, be as close. Meanwhile, Berlin sets the fastest time of the session of 1:43.2 and pushes the Renault boys a bit, one position down, and he is on pole position right now. The track evolution factors in the keyboard not really helping Soham Day in that corner.
we've got Kubarabi setting a purple sector 1.
Okay, so Kubarabi on a charge. Let's go on board with Kubarabi then. He does have a
Like
bit
the
of.
track evolution has played a big. Oh, the AI car is impeding.
Yes.
I really hope he doesn't lose a lot of time with that. That would be a real shame.
Yes, I'm not sure why Nihal is on an AI car. Kubarabi trying to avoid him as much as possible. The dirty air is not good for him. This is not. And Kubarabi has backed
He
out.
has aborted. He is
Yes.
backing off. Oh,
He's
this
backing off.
is really bad.
I am pretty sure a report is coming in the ways of Nihal, but Soham Day definitely sets a time which is good enough for P9 with a 1:43.9. So, just look at the timing sheet. Just see the top 10. Everyone is within 7/10 of each other.
This is really good to see. This is really good to see a competitive team.
Yeah, I feel that tier 3 is more closer in pace than current tier 1 or tier 2. We do have Nihal Shetty, was that trying to go into the pits? Not sure, but yes, Nihal
he's
Shetty
doing it again.
taking the wrong way into the pits. We see.
This is not really looking good for him. He definitely. Oh, he sees two tires on the edge of the pit wall. I don't know what's going on
I'm not
here.
sure what was that, but yeah, Berlin has Pinan is on his hot lap, is in the third sector right now.
He is doing personal best and he is up on his time.
So he's not
Looks
doing
like
purple.
Pinan is on course to snatch his lap. Looks like it.
Yes.
Ooh, that was good.
No, that's good enough space leaving because you have to take the inside line there. But yeah, it was close going through the bus stop chicane. Will he be able to put down the traction here? Ow, a bit of loose. But he still goes the fastest. 1:42.8 is the pole time here at Spa. Berlin could not beat that time. But yeah, we do see a time in the 1:42s by our tier 3 boy. Everyone has completed their lap. BioRide was the last person to cross the line and he is P11 right now. So this is our grid which we will be starting off with. Penan being in the pole position right now with a 1:42.8, followed by Berlin who is 1:43.2. In P2, E-Rock, the second Renault boy who is in P3 with a 1:43.5. Rooker showing really good performance in the past couple of races with a 1:43.5 again, just 600ths short of E-Rock, but that is our P4. He will be starting in the second row for our race. But yeah, does it look like the Renault is OP now? Oh, we do have a couple of grid penalties. I did not see that being awarded.
I did not see that.
Yes, in the race. So E-Rock and Berlin both have 5-place grid penalties. They cannot do much about it, so they will be.
So this promotes Rocker and Vaz into P2 and P3.
Yes, so that's not a good thing that Rooker would be expecting. We do have a couple of disconnections. I'm not sure why they are tagging me. They can just join on the link that is there in the lobby and they will get the car control of the car. But yeah, this is, can you just round up our top 10?
Let's go.
Okay, my bad. So we do see that everyone qualified on softs, because we all know that even if it is a dry session, the uh, you know so since it is, even if it is a dry session, it will be a soft to medium strategy. But as you said, it seems like there will be a thunderstorm towards the end of this session. So yes, I'm not sure what strategies will drivers tend to go on. Personally, if you have qualified outside top 10, then I would say go for a medium, and hope for the rain to come as quick as possible, and that would really be the best for your strategy. Joker seems to have joined back the session. We do have a ready up by Nihal. So Nihar again readying up a bit earlier than expected. We do give a 1 minute time for all our drivers to set up. Let me just reduce your voice, Deepak, because it seems like your voice is too loud for our
Yeah,
viewers.
it is.
Meanwhile, drivers are doing their strategy. We see a lot of, even on our Discord server, as I switch to it, I see a lot of, the VCs, the team VCs being very busy right now at the moment. So we
Yep.
are underway with our formation lap. Pinan leading the pack, followed by Rooker 23. A brilliant time by him. One thing that we should tell these drivers to
Oh, it's
not
going back to Berlin and Iraq.
is.
They're again tagging each other and they're disqualified
Yep,
from this
even
one.
Alpha Bot has been disqualified. I think I forgot to
Also
mention.
disqualified.
Yes, I think I forgot to mention one thing in the driver briefing: to maintain their position in the formation lap, which these drivers should have done. They should not have overtaken people in the formation lap, and because they tend to go ahead of the driver, like ahead of the position they are in, there is a bit of confusion, and then it results in disqualification. Will be reported to the stewards. Probably a couple of drivers won't be happy, since they will be starting off with cold tires. But right now, both Nihar and I think it's Deadpool, who is yet to catch the pack, but they have to catch the pack as soon as possible. You have to not be more than 10 car lengths behind the car ahead in the formation lap. That is one of the rules in our rule book, but I think they got delayed on the start, but that is okay. If they catch the pack and keep the distance, it is all good. Joker seems to be falling off the pack again. Oh, he is not in the session, so that's his AI who is driving. He did join the session, but he will gain control of his car once the lights go green. But a lot of drivers ahead of in the top 10, literally 4 drivers have been disqualified. What do you think of that, Deepak? What will happen?
Yeah, it's going to be a very. Oh, we see a spinning McLaren.
I,
Was
th-
that nifty?
I think that was nifty. That was Vinay.
Oh, okay.
No, no, I
We
think it
also
was
see
nifty.
they've also seen the car of KG being disqualified, but we couldn't see any other car being disqualified. Like it's a solitary disqualification. I don't know what exactly went on with KG there, but it's not something that he would want, considering that he needs to put a charge to come back onto the field. So starting in cold tires is not really ideal here. So you can see the top people in top four being falling down the pack like rocks in water. It's
Yep.
not an ideal start for them.
For sure, like we all know that how cold the tires will be when you start the race. Meanwhile, Deadpool not doing the best of the things to catch up to the pack. Maybe a report coming in from the coordinator's side to not being able to catch the pack at full speed, which he should have done since the rule suggests that, and other drivers waiting for him to
This is
come
not doing
join the
their
grid.
tires any favor. This again reduces the tire temps just a little bit, so it can be a bit. It can tamper their races as well.
Yes, but we are green. We are waiting for the lights. All the cars revving up their engine, and the lobby is bugged. Is it bugged? I think it is
Now,
bugged.
sometimes the lights take some time to go off from streamers. Basically, let's just wait. I hope it's not bugged. We don't want to do this all over again.
Yes, let me just drop a message to my fellow co-coordinator to keep an eye. If the lobby is bugged, we might need to, restart the session. So we are getting the predicted strategy, but everyone seemed to be stuck on the grid at the moment. I'm not sure who is loading in. It might be one person who is left to load in, and because of which the lobby seems to have been bugged. Already tier 3 drivers tagging me in.
Well, this is just too much, man. I mean, I don't know how many more bugs we can see in this game. It's just surprising us every single day.
You know, at this point, like basically because of all these bugs, a lot of our drivers are also losing motivation to race here. So
Yeah,
I
I
hope
mean,
that,
this is definitely upsetting the rhythm of the drivers.
yeah, I hope that we, you know, we can. I hope Codis can get their act together and make a better F1 2021, especially fix all these kind of bugs, and we can uh, have some good racing in the next season, at least, especially now that it is under the wings of EA. But I have gotten news that we will have to restart the lobby because Cody's has done his deeds and we have to wait for some time while a new lobby is being set up. Meanwhile, why don't you guys have a look at our beautiful still that we have for talking stuff? Regarding the wet, part of this race, what do you think drivers will tend to go on? What strategy do you think is the best for drivers to go on?
I think the rain is at the very end of it, so I'm not exactly sure how much it will affect it, whether it will be in the crossover or whether it will be in the full wets by the time they cross the line. So I'm not 100% sure on how that works over here. So I'm not 100% sure about that, to be frank about it.
Okay. Yes, let's see what people will do. We do not know the exact time when the rain will come down, but yeah, definitely when we are doing a lobby restart, just a reminder, we do tend to, try keeping the same weather as what we have expected in the previous session because we have the telemetry data to confirm the weather that we are gonna have for the race. So we will be setting up the weather as well in
If you
such
guys
a
want
way.
to know the weather, the first two slots were clear and the third slot was thunderstorms. So
Okay, so that is the slot for you. Probably they will set. So I think the game gives 4 slots, and out of the 4 slots, the last one they can put it thunderstorm. So not normal rain, it was a thunderstorm. So basically, it will start raining, a bit before the last slot itself. So probably maybe towards the later half of this session, maybe after lap 15 or so, we can expect the full thunderstorm, rain to start coming down. Uh, so let's see what we can expect from today's race. But apart from that, let's talk about in real life F1 while we are waiting for the lobby to go up. And we will. Okay, so people are setting up their, the lobby, the new lobby, and I'm a bit busy with that. But meanwhile, Deepak Raj, what do you expect from the in real life GP today at Portimao, since Bottas has again is again on the pole position this season as this year as well?
yeah, I mean it seemed to be an interesting quali yesterday with some very good performances going all around, and yep, Bottas is on pole, but we all know sometimes he do gets to get a poor start and fall back. I just hope he doesn't do that. He needs to up his game to justify his position in Mercedes and keep himself as a prime contender there. So yep, it's gonna be interesting to see how he does his starts. And another guy who I think we need to keep our eyes on is definitely going to be Lando Norris. He's been putting out some really standout performances in that McLaren. So it's going to be interesting today's race. It's an exciting race, is what I could say about that.
Meanwhile, I am seeing a couple of things in Tier 3 chat as well. A couple of people who have got 5-second grid penalty, kind of asking if they could get that removed, since it was not in their hand that they got the 5-second penalty. But we'll have a look what our coordinators and what the esports head decides to do here. Let me just get out of this session and go to the new session. If that is up, let me just join them.
I personally think that the grid penalty should stay until the end of the race, because I mean the stewards need to review the evidence and check if that it is something that what they actually claim to be. And right now, I don't think we have enough time to review all the evidence and do a verdict. So, in my opinion, I think the grid penalty needs to stay.
Yes.
It is a bit unfair, I know, but I mean to maintain the flow of events, I think we might have to just keep it there.
Yeah, that is very much true. We cannot do much in that respect because this has not been done before. Whatever the game suggests.
But in a way, I'd suggest that for the people who got DSQ, this is the second lifeline for them, I would say, because you definitely not want to start on cold tires here. That would actually lead to a lot of incidents here, because a lot of cars falling back and cars going ahead, it's not going to go well at La Source. So I would say it's still a lifeline for the cars who got DSQ'd.
Yes, for sure it's a good lifeline for them. But coming back to the Portimao GP, what do you think about Verstappen? Will he be able to get the move done on the Mercedes, or do you think that Red Bulls are looking a bit weak going into Portimao?
I wouldn't say weak, but it seems like Mercedes have once again got their act together, and we saw it yesterday in Q2. Like, yes, we know the mediums are good tire compound, but that was an absolute OP lap from the Mercedes. Like, they were just beating the field apart in Q2. So it's gonna be interesting to see if they could maintain the same level of speed throughout the race. If they can do, then I'm pretty sure we're in for a Merc 1-2. But I just hope it doesn't happen and we have a good race on our hands. That's all we as racing fans want to see. Not domination, but a proper competition.
Yes, for sure. We'll see what we can. We will always hope for a exciting, competition between the Mercedes and the Red Bull, because it never gets old if the leaders fight. Much better than a Red Bull domination. So yeah, we'll see what happens today's race. Meanwhile, the new lobby is almost up. Let me just select spectate, because if I don't select spectate, then I will be ending up with a car and I will have to take you through the grid. But let me just join the new lobby. They are setting up the grid. A small reminder, the drivers up in the top 10 have to start on the same tire that they qualified on. So if they qualified in the previous session on softs, they have to carry on with their softs. So we have 18 drivers in the lobby right now, waiting for 2 more. I'm not sure who has not joined the lobby. It's delaying it even more, which is not good for anyone. Everyone is waiting for a couple of people to join in. E-Rock has not joined in. The track has to be done and the grid has to be set. So the grid will be set, and the weather also will be set for the same. So apart from that, what do you expect to happen in turn 1 in today's tier 3 race? Like, this is the first time I think we have had full grid in tier 3, and we actually don't know what we can see in today's race into turn 1 especially. So yesterday in tier 1 also it was a bit chaotic into the turn 1. We saw Tanish going wide and rejoining the track unsafely, which in turn kind of messed up his teammates' race, who was the one who got the worst hand of it, because he was pushed into the wall. But do you expect a similar kind of chaos into turn 1?
Ideally, we don't want to see stuff like that, but with the full grid, I think it's going to be inevitable. Someone is going to try to be brave through turn 1, and they might do something that you do not want them to do. So I just hope they have a clean exit through turn 1. But yep, that's all. As audience, that's all we want to see. Not carnage, but proper clean racing.
Yes. Okay, so let's just have a look at the grid. You know, we were not able to go through the entirety of the qualifying grid, which will be set up again. It will be the same grid which we will start off with. We won't be changing the grid order for sure for this. Whatever they qualified on, we will start off with that. But the grid as it seemed to be, I am having this chart right now, this last screen that was there. So we had Penan, who was in pole position with a time of 142.8, followed by Berlin, who was in P2 with a 143.2, E-Rock in P3 with a 143.5. Again, reminder, Berlin and E-Rock both had a 5 place grid penalty. Ruka 23 with a 143.5 in P4. Dwajin, also known as DJ with a 143.7 in P5. Kubarabi, the first Mercedes to be in the top 10 with a 143.7. Alphabot in P7 with a 143.8. SSJ Assassin, who was also recently promoted to Ferrari permanent seat after his first impressive his first impressive race at France as a reserve last week. So he has a permanent Ferrari seat coming up in P8 with a 143.9. Soham Day 46 not having the best of the time on the track with his keyboard with a 143.9 in P9. P10 taken by Vinay with a 144.4. Bioride with a 144.6 in P11. P12 was taken by Ripe in the second Mercedes with a 145.0. Neon in P13 145.2. Joker 007 with a 145.6 in P14. In P15 we have Eric Griffin, the our newcomer of this session with a 145.6, followed by Charitra, who is also in P16. Again, a newcomer, his first league race. So both our rookies in P15 and P16 at the moment with a 145.8. Not having the best of the races, but definitely this is their first league race with us and will improve over time. The rest people were not able to set a time, probably because of invalidation and other issues on this track. Those people will be safety car KG, Deadpool and Nihar, who were not able to set a time and will be starting 17, 18, 19th and 20th respectively. KG having the unfortunate incident in his first hot lap itself in the final sector before the bus stop chicane on the straight, losing his car and going into the wall and his wheels coming off. So not happy with his position finish, but I hope that all the tier 3 drivers learned from their mistakes in the formation lap, and this is a second this is a second chance that our drivers have here to
Yeah, I really
redeem
hope they got the
themselves.
memo from the first formation lap
Yeah.
and get their act together right now.
Yes, so we do not want to see people you know it's not to we cannot do much about we would like always. My bad, I am losing my words because my mind is somewhere else, but yeah, we would
Yeah,
like
that's
to
what happens in a multitasking. So
yes. We need 10 core processors in our brain as well for multitasking, but nevertheless, what I meant to say was we definitely want a level playing field, and if a guy is starting on cold tires, that is not at all a level playing field, because that even is not safe for the cars around him, because we know how tricky it is to brake for turn 1 and turn for turn 1, and so basically now the thing is that if a person is starting off with very cold tires, he can understeer into the guy on the outside, and he can lose his car and he can cause collateral damage, which is not at all a good thing for anyone on this server. So it is very good if everyone is not disqualified. Let me just put out a message for our tier 3 drivers to keep that in mind.
yeah, we definitely want them to get the message over there. We don't want another repeat of what happened in the first formation lap.
Yes. Okay, so people are about to ready up. We are almost ready with the session, waiting for one or two drivers to select their constructor and ready up. We are missing one driver. I am not sure whom we are missing right now, but we are definitely missing a driver. It might be Red Bull is there, Ferrari. I think Ferrari is also there, Haas is also there, Alfa Romeo is also there. I'm not sure which constructor one driver we are missing. Even Mercedes is there, Renault is there, Racing Point maybe we are missing. Yes, we are missing a Racing Point driver. I hope our coordinators get in that Racing Point driver. But we have started to ready up for the race. We have set a custom weather. But yeah, it will definitely not be as accurate as the last session because the game just gives us 4 slots to choose from, and based on our telemetry we saw that the 4th slot, the last towards the end, it was heavy thunderstorm rain, so probably the last slot would have been populated with thunderstorm, and we'll see what the game gives us. Probably it will be a slow transition from or it can be a very heavy transition from a normal soft normal dry session to a full wet session. Meanwhile, we have readied up in the lobby. Let's just jump on board into the game.
Okay, so have you guys got the Racing Point, the other driver in?
I don't think so he's in. I did not see him join, but you should be able to see the weather now.
It's not coming up yet.
Okay, let me just see why it is not coming, because none of the telemetry things are coming for that matter. Not a good sign. Let me just have a look at why it is not coming. Anyways, the drivers are still doing their tire strategy. I think it will come once the drivers have readied up and they are out on their formation lap, so we will wait for that, because right now they are in a pause kind of a state, so our telemetry only works when the drivers have readied up. But let's just count the drivers. How many are there? 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, we do have 20 people, so we did get everyone.
That's great. That's
yes. So we are not missing anyone on the grid, and I have mentioned it to the drivers to keep their position in the formation lap. Hopefully everyone does it and we do not see a lot of disqualification. You have to just maintain.
Seems to be full dry.
Oh damn, okay. I'm not sure why that is the case, but again drivers not holding their position back. How difficult is it to be in a single file, guys? Come on, it's not racing. You can just be in a single file for that part of the race. Let me just...
But look on the bright side, no DSQ, so...
Yes, let me just reduce the game volume because I am shouting on the top of my voice to compensate for the game audio. So let's just go a bit quiet on the game and we can have an ASMR commentary here. No disqualifications yet, so much better improvement from the last session, but we do have only 19 drivers, so... we did not get the second Racing Point in. I hope that maybe...
KG, I think.
Yeah, that is KG who did not join the session, and our
That is really unfortunate. KG is on a charge to get that first place, and this is really unfortunate for KG. I really don't know what happened with him.
Oh, I just get a message from my fellow coordinator that KG is not joining. So apparently KG is not happy with the way he ended his race, and I think he is no more interested in joining the race. But in chat for him, we did expect a lot of things from him, getting up the pack, getting to see a lot of overtakes done by him, but sadly we will not be greeted by that in this race. But yeah, hopefully he comes back again in the next race. But no disqualifications in the formation lap, so a bright side, tier 3 boys have already improved by a ton in the span of the past 10 minutes, so really happy with them. They are coming out on the final corner, the final turn, the bus stop chicane, everyone lining up for the grid. Again, I see. Oh, Chatra is disqualified in the back of the grid, just as I
And
jinxed
Nifty
it.
also disqualified.
Yep, so basically it was a collision between the two, which ended up in a disqualification. But we are lining up on the grid for the second time. Hopefully, this time we have the lights go green and the lights go out. The car slowly creeping up to their grid and lining up for the start of the race. We see Dwajin with his Indian colored, we see Rooker with his Indian colored helmet right there. Yes, do we have a green flag? Yes, we do have lights out. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we wait for some time, and we are green lights out, and away we go. Penan getting the best of the start. Rooker also going for the inside line, but Penan just blocking it. A lot of chaos at the back, but no one losing a lot of their wing and winglets in the process. Still a very clean race. I don't think that a lot of people lost their wing. People, will they go side by side? And we see the car of Soham Day being punted off just on Arush, if I'm not wrong. So he could not even make it to the Radeon, and he is already out, and we have a safety car first lap itself, because that's a very dangerous part of the track where he got into the incident. But looking at the positions, Assassin seemed to have got a rocket of a start and is running P4 right now. Most of these drivers are running with the soft tires. Top 10 had to start on the soft tires, but definitely a good start from him. Deepak, can you confirm me if anyone has wing damage? I will go through all the driver one by one.
I saw Ferrari going into the back of the Haas, so okay, these days don't. Okay, there's nothing damage so far.
Okay.
Clear
Berlin.
again.
Kubarabi.
Everything good here as well.
Joker.
It's also good. Then I couldn't see anything. No telemetry.
Okay,
need
so
to enable this.
okay, so Vinay was not there in the driver briefing, so probably that's why he did not get the memo, but he will definitely get a very sweet memo from our coordinators after the end of this race. Okay, E-Rock seemed to be clear as well.
Yep, he is good.
Let's go to our Eric Griffin.
Yeah, he's also looking good. Looking on to the next one. Right, again, no telemetry.
Okay, so Ripe also gonna get a good message from our
Neon, no telemetry.
Okay, Neon as well.
Charitra with front white red
Oh,
wing.
yes.
He's gonna have to pit.
Yes,
But
I can.
Charitra not exactly having a really good day with doing a lot of shenanigans on his rookie race, so he's definitely gonna want to watch his behavior.
Definitely these drivers will learn as they drive, and breaking some more of his right end plate in the process, but he's pitting for another probably mediums if I am not wrong. But apart from him, everyone seemed to be staying out. That means Charitra was the only unfortunate guy to get a damage in the
Yeah,
first
and
lap.
Charitra also had a 5-second penalty as well for causing severe collision with Nifty.
So I think he will be serving it in the pits. Yep, he was serving it because he had to stay stationary for 5 seconds, and he will now be pushed out of his grid box to join the pack.
Position change. Even Penan seems to have dropped back. Something's going on there.
So right now the Codemasters
is doing its stuff. Okay.
Codemasters doing its stuff, it's fixed again, I feel. So
yeah, it's fixed now.
Yeah, so the delta is messed up, but that's okay, we'll come back to that again. But Alphabot also seems to have got 5-second penalty, and we are not sure whom Soham Day had a collision with while going into Arush, but that just sent his car flying off, and
he just went straight into the wall. He was just going off the track.
I did warn people in the driver's briefing about Radeon and Arush, because let's admit it, a lot of these drivers are not on wheel to have that smooth motion, and many of them will lift off in Radeon or even Arush. So just told them a warning message that be careful, you might need to lift off. Behind again Nifty and Neon getting 5-second penalty for collision under safety car. Does any one of them have damage?
This guy Nifty doesn't seem to have any damage from the start, so I think both of them won't have any. Neon again, we don't have any
Telemetry. So yes, let me just while the safety car is still not in, let me just check who all have not enabled telemetry. We do have a single page where we can check it. I will just save it for future reference, but yeah, a couple of people seem to have not enabled their telemetry. We will get back to them. Do you see Rooker's telemetry bottom left?
No, Looker, we cannot see anything.
Yes, that's what our game was also telling, and even DJ has not enabled his telemetry,
Yep.
if I'm not wrong. Yes.
Ooh,
Okay,
right,
this
another 5 seconds with Neon. This is not going well for Neon as well.
Neon has got a drive-through.
Chubarabi with 5 seconds.
I'm not
With
sure
Joker.
why Neon got a drive-through, but he has lost his wing, and he is going into the pits. But it won't be. He won't be serving his drive-through because you cannot.
Can we go to the race director? There was a lot going on in the last few seconds.
Basically, my pause menu does not work unless I alt-tab. So
That's weird.
yes. So race director you asked for.
We've got another penalty for E-Rock. This is getting clumsy.
Yeah, I don't know why people are.
Got incidents.
Yes, let me just go to incidents. We already have so many incidents. So we have SSJ
God.
Assassin colliding with Kuberabi on the start. Kuberabi also getting the same warning. But in the past couple of laps, we have got. Neon got a drive-through because of colliding with Ripe, and then we have a lot of 5 seconds because of severe collision with a couple of guys ahead. I think they forgot to get the memo about the safety car. They did get the memo about the their formation lab, but I think a separate memo has to be delivered for safety car. Guys, if you are listening to me, please just keep some distance. You can be 10 car lengths behind the car ahead. You don't need to stick to the gearbox of the guy ahead. You are not gaining any time. It is, after all, a safety car condition. You do not gain any time at all, but you do lose time if you get a 5 second, and if you break your wing, you lose even more time. So do you think safety car in this lap, Deepak?
I think it will be in this lap, but or maybe we might wait for Neon to catch up. But I think it will be in this lap. I think it has been 2 laps out already.
Yes.
So I think it's gonna be in this lap. Oh, Nifty racking up another penalty with collision with White.
I'm not sure
I
what
don't know who exactly is causing this, but the game is just a watch penalty to both of them, irrespective of who's causing who's.
I feel that Nifty is going too fast. Yep, there it is again. Nifty is going too fast for this. Again, Nifty, I saw him going again too fast, but I switched away from him. But why aren't these people just going a bit slow? You don't need to go full throttle. Come on, dude. You again going full throttle. Just don't go full throttle. Just go like 20% throttle. You will be more than happy with your life, This is just a safety car situation. Another lap of safety car. I wanna already kill myself. Can we have some racing?
Exactly, it's going on here is like since these guys are on keyboard, so they can't really modulate their throttle first, and if they have manual gears, they can.
And that is what people are doing.
This is entering into unacceptable territory now.
Yeah, seriously, we need to have a very big talk with these people. Like, come on, guys, you can keep some space. You don't need to go full throttle. Just go normal throttle. We have set a rule in our rule books, if you have read it, that no one is allowed to overtake anyone under safety car, no matter what the game says. So even if you fall back more than 10 car lengths, and if you get a warning, you do not need to be scared that you will get overtaken by the car behind, because we have said it explicitly that you are not supposed to overtake no matter what the game says. You have to stay behind the car under safety car condition. I am not sure why you guys are taking so much risk going full throttle. You can go full throttle, but you don't need to hold that full throttle. Go full throttle, leave it. Exactly what BioRide is doing, BioRide should be an example for a lot of people. He is on a keyboard and he has not got any single penalty, even though he is just behind safety car. So safety car has no excuse that the car up ahead just brakes suddenly, because behind him BioRide is able to take it properly. So
Yeah, Fire Racing a good example here. Good to see him taking it in a mature way. And okay, come on, the penalties are not stopping coming in here now. It's just a continue. I mean, look at the number of penalties you got in the span of the safety car with 3 laps. This is not really looking good. Tier 3 boys definitely need some really good message going out there, and we definitely need to get address this.
At least we know that what will be the topic of the next driver's briefing, as we see again safety car not doing the best of his job.
Safety car in this lap. Okay, I just hope that the restart here can be pretty hectic. The safety car will just speed past, and the pack will just slow down too much here. It almost resembles a traffic pack here. So let's just see how the restart goes on.
You know, let's just be on board with Rooker and see how Pinan is handling the safety car restart.
These are still coming on. Come.
Yeah, now it's just too much, especially that pack of E-Rock, Eric and safety car who are getting a lot of penalties. But Pinan seems to be really close to the safety car. The throttles will be cut off for the drivers. Not the best of the safety car restart that was expected. But Pinan goes off and so does everyone go off. You are not supposed to overtake unless and until you cross the start finish line. Going into turn 1, we already have a lot of gap formed behind Kuberavi. I'm not sure why, but behind AlphaBot, I might correct myself. But Vinay, who has been caught napping on the safety car restart, is a lot behind AlphaBot at the moment. But we are back again. Green SSJ Assassin getting a 3-second penalty. Right now it seems like overtake can be lining up for Eric Griffin, who is going on the inside of Joker, and Joker has touched his rear. Oh, and I'm pretty sure that's pretty much race end for him.
This is just, I really don't know how to describe this, but it's just not the right kind of action that we wanted to see here. But
yeah, like we seriously need to have a talk with these guys. Meanwhile, SSJ Assassin losing a position, going all around the track on that. That's not how you take turn, whatever the number is. But he is seeming a bit slower than the guys behind him, and he's not having the best of his time, especially since there is a a queue forming behind him. Everyone taking it very cautious.
He's gonna get swallowed in this straight.
I think he has a left end plate which is missing from his car, but this is not the best place to do the overtake, because you have to be very precise with how you place your car. But SSJ Assassin has lost his left end plate and will be looking to pit. No, he decides not to pit. Okay, an exciting choice by him, but he will be swollen off by Kuberabi, who is going side by side into turn 1, having the inside line a easy move. But SSJ, yes, SSJ Assassin showing that you still have the cutback line power, and SSJ Assassin ending up ahead of Kuberabi going into Radeon and Arush.
DRS has not been enabled yet, I think, so we're still not having any DRS, but we just gotta stay there and get him on the DRS this time around.
Yes, another move that is about to pan out is between E-Rock and BioRide. I think the previous move where Eric Griffin was killed, Eric Griffin was squeezing too much on E-Rock, and E-Rock just did not had any place to go. There was grass on the other side. So completely, in my opinion, a fault of Eric Griffin, but our stewards may think differently. I am not that big of an expert, but we do have the move done by Kuberabi on SSJ Assassin, and Kuberabi moves up a position. SSJ Assassin already having a wing damage. We do have a yellow flag of E-Rock, who has died off somewhere in sector 2.
We're not even halfway into the race and the penalties are just racking up continuously.
I think E-Rock is not having the best of his race. His tires are very hot.
Tires are very sad.
Yes, they are making sad noises right now. but he's joining again very unsafely on the track. Neon almost avoiding him. That will be a report for E-Rock right there. Not the best of how you join the track, but SSJ Assassin, after suffering for one more lap, finally decides to pit and will be falling a lot of
He was
places.
having complete wing damage. Front left orange and front right yellow. I don't even know how he was driving around with that.
With some mighty strength, that is. So field has started to spread off a bit, so we can take a chill pill and relax for some time. But Rooker is on a charge with setting fastest sector 1, if I'm not wrong. You can confirm
Yeah,
me
it's a
on that.
purple sector one. Yes,
Yep.
it is
So
purple sector
he
one.
is on a charge to Pinan. He is looking for a move for the race lead on Pinan. So definitely right now the front back all separated by less than 2 seconds. Deadpool also trying to catch Bioride. Charitra also has moved up to P9 after his first incident. Let's see what tires our drivers are on. Top 8 on the tires which they started off with. Charitra, after having a damage in lap 1, has gone off and pitted.
We got a retirement.
Yes, that is Nihar Shetty, who has lost his car on the exit of the Camel Straight, if I'm not wrong. And we have
It's bang in the middle of Lecom.
yes, and we have another car who has spun out into turn 1. That is
I
Eric.
think he just came out of the pits and lost it. Looks like it because the
Yes.
tires is showing 0 laps.
Yes, he was into the pits, and I think on the exit he just lost it. So yeah, we will just have a look from his point of view if the Williams stays on, but we do have a sector 1 to yellow. The car has been
The Williams
cleared.
has gone, it's teleported. But yes, up in the front, things are clean and Rocker is within DRS range right now. And we got a battle going on here between the Williams and the Alpha Tauri.
Both going side by side. Charitra doing a recovery drive after his first lap incident, both giving each other enough space. Charitra taking it too cautiously and going too much on the inside. You have the space, my dear, you can use it, but it might be a move done into the Camel Straight as we are going up ahead with the full overtake on from Charitra, going on for the inside line. Should be an easy overtake. We do have another yellow
for him with the ERS and DRS. Just needs to get the braking right, get the turn, and the move is done.
Yes, the move is done. So Charitra showing a really good recovery drive right now.
Right now, Charitra has still got to build a gap to make sure that he doesn't lose the place out on a penalty. So still got some more work to do for him.
Yep, Joker not getting the best of the lines through the previous corner, but again up ahead, Berlin closing on to Dwajin and Rooker closing on to Pina. So two battles up ahead, spicing up as the laps are going by. Behind as well, Deadpool is planning for a strike on Bioride in the next couple of laps. Right now, even Ripe seems to be closing on to Nifty. He is 6 tenths ahead, but we will keep an eye on this battle since we are about to reach the Camel Straight and Pinan decides to pit. Looking for an undercut, I see. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like he has triggered an undercut, so we're interested to see how he does. And Rocker right now needs to push like crazy to avoid that undercut from happening.
Ooh, the Renault has died again in sector 2. I'm not sure where. Oh, there he has gone off again on the right-hander. I think he simply does not have the best, the best setup loaded in, because of which
Maybe.
he's
Yeah, the
always
campus
spinning
corner,
there.
it's all about getting the traction properly down and you need to use the rears to rotate the car over there. So maybe he just missed it there. Meanwhile, we are seeing a move being done here.
Yes, that was a late break move by Berlin, both giving each other enough space. DJ also giving space to Berlin, and Berlin be like, thank you very much, and taking up that position and moves up to P2 currently. But after the pit stops, these people will be P3 and P4 respectively, because we do have Pinan who has come out on medium tires in P6 at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, he almost tags DJ. Almost tags him.
I think he actually tagged him and he lost his car and he's out of the race. He is out of the race. He lost it on the
This is
exit
bad.
of that corner. I'm not sure how. I am not
Ooh,
sure
VSC.
why is Kuberabi slowing down so much. He does not
I
need
think
to slow
he's
down.
afraid of the VSC Delta. He doesn't want another stop and go, I guess.
But you do have 13 seconds to react to it. Calm down, guys. You can react to it. You have 13 seconds to react to it. Okay, so all this.
I really hate the VSC. I really hate. Oh, as we speak, Fire getting a drive-through penalty. This is why
Let's
I
see
hate
who
VSC.
all have drive-through. Only Bioride having the drive-through. Rooker decides to pit finally. Will be exciting to see where he comes out with respect to Pinan. Did the undercut work or did it not work? Right now.
The VSC would have definitely spoiled that undercut a little bit, but it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out here right now.
Yes,
But
right.
again, unfortunate for Bioride, he was with the hard times, was prepared to go for the front. The VSC definitely messed up his race. The
So,
drive-through.
a lot of people pitting in. Rooker is way behind Pinan. Pinan already exiting turn 1. Rooker is still
Yes.
on the pit exit. So Rooker not the undercut and the VSC. Maybe if the VSC would have stayed a bit more longer, Rooker would have tanked his stars today and would have thanked for waking up on the right side of his bed. But did not help it, and DJ is now even closer.
Another VSC.
Another
What's going
VSC.
on?
I am not sure who died this time.
Check Lassos. I think I'm seeing a stranded Mercedes or something. Not sure.
Maybe a Mercedes lost it.
I'm not seeing any cars stopped on the track.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the purpose of this VSC was.
I really don't like the VSCs in this game. It's very easy to get penalties in this period.
Especially a drive-through.
Yeah, I mean that really ruins the race, like what just happened to Bioride.
Yep.
But I think this VSC is kind of helping Bioride because right now the pace that he has lost is somewhat being compensated, I would say.
Okay, we again see ahead Vinay slowing down a lot. You can just lift off, guys. Just lift off and, slight bit of dab. Vinay getting a
Just the
drive-through. And we already have a move being done up ahead between SSJ Assassin and AlphaBot, both going side by side. AlphaBot taking it as cautiously as possible on the VSC restart, but SSJ Assassin having none of it and shoving his car wherever he can at the moment. But
And it's becoming worse for Erock and Kuberabi, both of them getting drive-throughs. This VSC has definitely survived so many races today.
yep, so both Erock and Kuberabi and even Pinan has a drive-through up ahead.
And Nifty decides to retire. Has he crashed out somewhere or has he retired on track?
I think he crashed out going into sector 3. We cannot see his car because
Yeah, he is at the exit of campus.
yeah, so I think he has lost it there, but we'll go back on board with this battle because this battle is spicing up. Might be a move done into the Camel Straight because he's just 5/10. We have another
VSC.
I
Oh
swear
my
to you
God.
guys, if we have another VSC, I am gonna break something. I think Charitra
This
has
VSC is just
retired.
wrecking everything here.
Yep.
Even in yesterday's race, the VSC wrecked the entire race and just killed the entire race with the lead battle. Everything was killed down. Right now, we just look at the number of drive-throughs. 3 active drive-throughs right now.
Yes, 3 active
And-
drive-throughs and people cannot serve those under
Yeah,
VSC.
fingers crossed, no one else gets a drive-through again because that would really suck getting another drive-through. But let's just hope they keep it clean here.
But right now, Rooker and Dwajin would be very helpful
Oh.
and
Gonna be another DT.
oof. And AlphaBot not getting the best of his drive-through start. VSC starts. I think he was about to go into the red and he just slammed on the brakes. But again, Kuberabi having 2 drive-throughs. I don't know how the game treats it. But Joker also having a drive-through. Vinay having a drive-through. Penan having a drive-through. Erock having a drive-through. A total of 5 drivers on this grid having a drive-through. Come on, guys. It's
Honestly, when I said this is a race to look forward to, we'll see a lot of action. I did not mean this kind of an action.
for sure, like, how you have to just be careful on the safety car on the VSC restart. Just keep the delta as much as you can and easily just so you will avoid a drive through rather than losing like a second You have to lose like 20 seconds if you try to be as close as possible to your delta.
I would still say the best. The guys.
Another
Another.
VS.
Okay, something is really wrong with this game, man. Something's really wrong. Why are we getting VSCs without any cars going off?
I think Ripe lost it in the last corner, exit of last corner, on the bus stop chicane, and that caused the VSC. But I think something is wrong with this session because
Something is definitely wrong. Definitely wrong.
because we are getting VSCs for things which we did not ask for.
God, this is. I really don't know how to describe this race, man. This is just.
Too many VSCs. Come on, guys. We are green again.
You know, before the VSC, I was just about to say that SSC Assassin has been timing his VSC's restart to perfection.
But-
Just as I was about to say that, he gets a drive-through.
Yes, I think he was being too confident on the VSC, restart, and he already has a drive-through. So
Just look at the penalty screen. It's just-
yes, I am looking at it, and I am not at all happy with it. Hero getting a 5-second speeding in the pit lane. People not at all keeping it within their. Already we have four.
I'm pretty sure if KG would have been here, he would have definitely gained a lot of easy positions.
Lot of easy position because the driver of his caliber definitely knows where to brake and how to deal with VSCs. We have a dead bio ride in sector 1 if I'm not wrong, but we'll just keep a eye. At least it was not a VSC again, so more than happy. SSJ Assassin not very happy. This could have been a podium run. The Ferraris were looking really strong for this race, but again drive-through messing his race will fall back a lot of positions. Vinay and Joker still yet to serve their drive-through. Rooker 23 in first position, keeping it clean through the VSCs. Even DJ keeping it clean through the VSC is running P1 and P2 at the moment. We will look for more battles as the laps to come. We do have another yellow flag, but luckily there are no cars behind, so there won't be a lot of VSCs to see, hopefully. But this battle for P4 is becoming exciting, even though SSJ Assassin has to serve his drive-through in the next 2 laps.
Definitely his race has gone to the worst, but I mean, he's just gonna just get along with it and try to salvage as much points as he can from this race. Well, P9 is gonna look to put a charge and get up to the front where he thinks he deserves this place. So it's gonna get feisty real soon between these guys.
These 3 guys, may I point out, because even Alpha Bot is putting his nose in places where he can see an open door, but yeah, he has to take it cautiously. He should know that SSJ Assassin has a drive-through, which he will serve, and Alpha Bot is almost dead. Oh, somehow he does not lose his.
The last thing we need is another VSC and some more drive-throughs. So
Yeah, I actually thought that he will die. Surprisingly, he does not have even any wing damage as well. I don't know how, but I think the game was just like, nah, enough of VSCs, enough of damage. We just leave.
he just slammed into the wall sideways, so got away with damage. But yeah, had he gone head first or something like that, I'm sure the thing would have broken and sustained.
Yes.
But we can see a really hot engine. Like the engine, that part it's showing up as orange in the telemetry.
I saw him using a lot of ERS in the last lap, and I think he's on rich fuel mix as well to catch up to the pack ahead. So he is just warming his engine, not gonna help him in the long run. He will definitely lose a lot of pace, because once your engine gets hot, you lose a lot of
He
pace.
seems to be coming back to the normal temps right now. It's turning to green right now. So I think he has eased up on the fuel mix a little.
Yes.
So I think he's just settling into a normal pace right now. Since
Right now, Ripe is about to go for a move, a bit of weaving on the left and
Contact.
right from Assassin. Yellow sector 3, that will be Eric Griffin, not having the best of his race. He has died so many times that we cannot count it anymore. He needs to get his racecraft together if he wants to have some position in our league races. But I think SSJ Assassin, once his tires are up in temp, he will just flow off ripe, but SSJ Assassin has put on a used medium. If you can see on the
Yeah, it's 6 laps old.
right
I
now.
don't think he has gone onto the pitch to get anything. He just went for a drive-through.
Probably. So Pinan going for a risky move on a Ferrari who has a broken right hand plate. But yeah, he gets the move done. Deadpool, who does not seem to have a right hand plate on his car, moves
Is he
down
pitting?
to
Yes, he is pitting.
P5 now because yes, he is pitting. Alphabot moves up one position to P4. So both the Red Bulls looking really strong currently in this session. Deadpool is going for the pits. Are you sure the rain is gonna come? I am not sure. Let's see if rain
I
comes.
don't think we got the weather settings right this time around, but
We
I don't know.
we might have got it right since we have just set the last part of the race to full wet. So the rain
Uh-huh.
might come down very heavily towards the last like 4 or 5 laps. So suddenly there will be a
Okay.
weather change, and our telemetry will give you the accurate data as it is about to happen. So you
I think
will
if that is gonna happen, Bioride might have some advantage because he's running on the hards, so he can still maintain some more laps out there. And I think when the wets come on, he might be able to get a run.
yes, right now Vinay and
Vinay is
Bioride.
leaning so hard. I don't know what's going on there.
That will be the keyboard movements, but Vinay trying to squeeze Bioride in and a bit of wheel banging going on. But
of
both
them have
drive
some contacts, but yep, both of them are coming out of it. That's nice to see.
and we
But
have
so many wheel
a
bangs.
dead neon in on the exit of Arush.
Please no VSC, please no VSC. We don't want another VSC. Please.
Yeah, the Radeon he has died. Place where it's catching a lot of drivers who are on keyboard. Not the best of the tracks for them, so not a best of the race for him. Meanwhile, Deadpool has put on fresh softs and is on a charge up the field to back to where he was on his position. We already have had 6 retirements in this session, and we are still in lap 16. Narrowly avoids Joker. Did not expect him to break so much, just threw him off his guard, but he avoided him. Luckily, no damage for him, and he still lives to fight another day.
Yeah, that really caught him off guard, and he had to slam on the brakes to get away from him. So, yeah, he's just gonna have to collect himself back and get back there and get a move.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, Joker has also pitted. I am for his last pit stop on the softs. He will also come out. Sorry, my bad. Ripe has pitted on his soft tires. He will be coming out around P10. There is a lot of gap there, but right now on the field, it seems that the field has spaced out, and only Deadpool is within a second of Joker, so a move can be seen here.
Yeah, we can definitely see something going on here. And the Joker is also catching up to Bioride as he is speaking. Bioride is also coming into this picture right now. So it's gonna get feisty real soon.
Yes, for sure.
Well, Bioride still running somewhat a decent pace with those old hearts, 15 laps old. I think he's just. Oh, Vinay has retired. Oh, that's a really odd place to retire.
Did he go
I
out?
think he just lost traction on the exit and
Yes,
just slammed into the wall.
Yep, we will be able to see him. Yes, he has lost it there. Yeah, it was probably just him losing traction and slamming it into the wall. But this race is not going really good for our
As we
Tier-3
are
boys.
speaking, the weather is changing up right now. It's entering into the cloudy territory. So I think the heavens are about to open up in a few minutes.
Yes, hopefully we see some wet action because that's what the game predicted in the beginning. Let's see what happens. But yeah, we did have set it to have some rain towards the end of the session, as what our telemetry showed towards the end of the session, having some weather. But Joker seems to be really
Getting very close to Bioride. He's got the run on him, and yep.
Bioride not being bullied into on the exit of a bus stop chicane and losing 2 position in 1 corner. Not happy. Bioride won't be happy with that because yeah, He was just bullied on the exit there.
Yeah.
Could not come
He
back
was
on
not
the
getting
track.
the best of the exits on the hard tires. So with the
Yeah.
fresh mediums, they were just bullying him out. I mean, softs, right? Yep.
Yes.
It's a fresh
Softs
soft
and
as
medium.
well. So,
Yep.
so yeah, no wonder he got bullied out of that exit.
It's another
And
move.
we see a soft going against a medium, and he takes the inside, side by side, but Joker keeps his place there. Ooh, gives him a good bang, a good measure.
I think Deadpool was going for a switchback line, but Joker just gave a tap and be like, nope, you are not supposed
Yep.
to be there. You can go back
Yep.
now. I will be retaining the position up ahead. But Bioride is sticking to this pack, getting the DRS, getting the lovely juice from the car up ahead. And if he sticks to this pack, it's really good for him because he's sticking to a soft runner. And even though he does not have pace on those hards, he can still be, up there. Eric Griffin not having the best of his race, getting another penalty behind, but ahead, Rooker has flown off in the distance. 3 seconds clear of Dwajin. Pinan P3 after starting in pole position and getting an unfortunate drive through. Has also closed up to the pack. Will be looking to close the pack even more, it seems like. It is being a bit more cloudy as the session is going. Hopefully we
Right now, the only final twist would be the rain. That would be, oh, and we speak of it, Joker loses it on the exit of bus stop chicane and just goes
I
right
think
into it.
he
Did
did a
reset?
he did a reset because you cannot be in that position of the track if you if you lose your car. So a report coming for Joker. I think Bioride would have captured it perfectly from his POV and he would be reported for the same. We do have another car who has died. That will be Eric Griffin again. About to get lapped by our lead driver Rooker 23. But right now
Eric Griffin not exactly having the really good day, and the track has not been very kind to him with so many penalties and so much incidents on his first race. He definitely needs to regroup himself and just take the lessons from this race and do it better next time. That's all he could do.
you know,
right now.
Penan is catching a lot to Dwajin.
Yeah, he is. He's on a charge, and he's not gonna give up until he gets there.
Yes, for sure. Let's just have a look. How much is he gaining per lap?
He's catching up every single lap. Like the last lap 16, he was gaining by 115, 1.5 seconds.
Yep. So he is just on a charge to catch up to the front pack after his unfortunate first lap. After his unfortunate drive through, but
Right through.
we can see a lot of action coming as the laps are going by because he is definitely catching the guys up ahead at a constant pace. Already just within 2 seconds gap between him and Dwajin and Rooker. I think the weather setting was not done properly and we do not have rain, I think, or we might have rain in the last 1 minute, 1 lap. Won't be that much exciting. Probably the last 2 slots could have been set to rain for much better accuracy, but we cannot do much about that because game gives us only 4 slots, and based on how it looked as if it's thunderstorm towards the end of the session, but sadly that's not what the case is here. We did set it for it to be thunderstorm, but yeah, a battle that is spicing up between Penan and Dwajin. Penan might get the first place
They got
finish.
rain in 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. So I think the race will be over by then,
Yes.
within 5 minutes. So that's not good news, but yeah. Was
I would
it?
say that's a good news for the drivers.
Yeah, that's a good news for the drivers, not for our viewers for sure. But how was it thunderstorm in 5 minutes or was it light rain?
Just rain, intermediate
Oh,
conditions.
so if it was intermediate, then definitely it won't matter much to our drivers. I think a bit of lobby setting that we could not do because the game does not
Pinan
allow
with the
us.
fastest lap. Sorry for interrupting you there, but Pinan has set the fastest lap of the session, and he's closing up to Dwajin as he speaks.
Yep, so only 2 laps to go in this race and he's already closing up to Dwajin. Eric Griffin again getting another penalty. One thing that is gonna help Rooker, the DRS from a back marker. which he will
Yes.
get in the next 1 or 2 laps. Dodging,
That definitely is gonna help him a bit.
but one more thing, Dodgin has a lot more reserve ERS than compared to Pinan. So even if Pinan catches up to Dodgin, Dodgin can place, if he can place his car perfectly, can still keep it, ahead of Pinan. But with respect to penalties, he is not looking really good. He does have a 3 second, but on the track, he can definitely try to finish ahead of Pinan.
Yep. Okay, looks like it's getting even more cloudier as we speak. I think the rain might have a little impact on the race with the traction of some people going off for a toss, and he's going around the outside on campus and gets some more done easy.
He did not wait for the long straight. He was like, I need to get this move done because I have to catch another guy who is running off with the win, 3.6 seconds ahead of him. He needs to catch that man. So he is like, I will just make a move wherever it's possible.
Tina just bossing around Guaji, just going around the outside of campus, making it look like a very easy move.
But now the thing is, Pinan does not have ERS and Dwajin has. And we are coming for a DRS straight. So if Dwajin gets a good exit out of the bus stop as well as out of the first corner, it can be a move
exit
done.
out of Lassos is going to be very critical for Dwajin. If he gets a good exit, he could get a good run on Pinan. With additional ERS and the DRS as well, he can make life tough for Pinan.
That looks like a very good exit, and I see the first drop on the camera right at the center. So we are starting to have some rain, but sadly it will only be for the last lap. Will drivers pit? I don't think so. They will pit.
I don't think they'll pit, but it would definitely shake up the order a bit with a lot of lockups and traction loss going around. We can see some times going down, some people going out of track, something like that might happen.
Yes, a lot of it might happen because it will become very wet, because since it is set to wet session for the last one, already drivers are losing traction. So probably now Pinan won't be as confident in the race as he can be.
Yeah, the transition is very abrupt in this game. Like one moment it will be bone dry, the next moment it will be flooded with water. So you can never know how it transitions in this one.
We still have more than 2 minutes left in this race, and if you said 5 minutes when 4 laps were left, then probably they will have a full wet last lap, last sector. At least they will have a full wet last sector. We already have yes, we already have a yellow flag. BioRide dying on the exit of Radeon, losing his car and completely wrecking his car there. I think he will have.
Yeah, he doesn't have any damage, so I think he's kept it off the wall from the front.
Yes,
seems to be clean over there. What's going on there? Oh, that's a lap car. Okay.
Yes, that's a lapped car being overtaken, but yeah, now the Radeon will become a bit tricky. Now the Rouge will become tricky. You have to turn your car. Who is coming out? Oh, his teammate Erok
has come out on enters.
Erok decided that better than dying, it's better if I go for the enters. Oh, and we see Rooker die. I just switched to him and he has died. As I said, the grip is gone.
Left wing is gone.
The grip is gone on the track. He does not have any grip left and any front wing to help him for that. The track is full of wet, and Erok we can see flying off on those intermediate tires. Rooker losing a position, and even Pena losing it because the track is so wet right now. It is just
just locking up and going straight into Bruxelles.
We are just seeing people aquaplaning. It's raining heavily, guys. I think the best decision that Erok has made is to pit on enters for the last lap. He might get a position or two because people are dying left and right on this track. Everyone going so slow, literally turtle pace. But meanwhile, Dwajin is trying for a move on Erok in Rooker.
And he's going wide,
Everyone drifting wide because of this wet condition. No one anticipated it to go so wet in the last lap. The game did bring the rain on us, but it brought it at a very late stage, and People are dying left and right. I cannot concentrate on other people dying, but I see a lot of cars dead on the exit of
Joker
turn
has
1.
died. Looks like Joker has died. He has dropped on
Yes,
2 positions.
on the exit of turn 1, people have died. Right now, Pinan is. The top 3 are trying to keep it on track and somehow cross the line without dying. Dwajin coming out of the bus stop chicane will finish this race in P1. No turn in on those slick tires in the wet condition. Dwajin crosses the line P1, but because of his penalties, drops to P2. Rooker to cross the line P3 will get the podium, but sad for him, he got a wing damage because the track condition being very wet. P4 by Alpha
That's a really
Bot.
good finish in P4. SSC Assassin comes in P5.
You know,
It is
let's
recovering
go
after the drive
behind at the action that is going between the drivers who are dying right now. So, P8, P9, P10, Deadpool, Ripe, and Joker all on slicks. And behind them, E-Rock has already covered 20 seconds in the last
He
lap.
is catching every second. It's just the second. This is going down every update.
Yep, it is like 1 second every update. The track is very wet. E-Rock might get his points here, you know, just because of his decision to go on the. There is some bump drafting going on.
Can you go to the penalties?
Okay, penalty situation looking really good for E-Rock, I would say. Like, not that good, he
No,
would.
I don't think E-Rock will get anything even if he gets the overtake. Then he's got 11 seconds of
Yes,
penalties.
so right now, Ripe
just
and
banging it out
Deadpool
there.
going side by side in a very dangerous part of the track on slick tires in wets. Gonna end up in disaster for someone, and that was Ripe who got in the disaster there. So free position for E-Rock. E-Rock drifting really wide, but he is on the intermediates. He can do whatever the hell he wants because his tires know what to do. And
Look
we
at that
see,
difference in grip. Look
oh
at the
my
difference.
god,
He
we see
just runs circles around
Deadpool,
them.
we see Bioride dying in the final corner, we see Deadpool dying in the final corner. Bioride retired
Oh
just
my god.
before the line. Deadpool somehow trying to cross the line on the slick tires. Oh my god, the last lap was mad. The last lap was mad.
I really feel bad for Bioride. Like he did a really
Yeah.
good race, but to get DNF so agonizingly close to the finish, that's gotta hurt. That's really gotta hurt.
I think he became too aggressive on his tires, but there's our race winner. Pinan in P1 after getting his drive-through. Caught up to the pack in the last lap on his slick tires in the wet condition. Kept it on track. Rooker, who was running first position for the most of the race, would not be happy because he got a damage on Aruj and Radeon part. So would not be happy with his performance. DJ again, first race being a permanent driver, getting podium, second place finish. So that's our finish for today's race. Pinan followed by Dwajin, DJ and then Rooker P1 to 3. Alphabot finishing P4. SHA Assassin, not a bad race from him. P5. Kubarabi P6. Joker P7. P8 is followed by E-Rock. P9 Deadpool, and top 10 is rounded by Ripe. Up after top 10, P11 to below, I think everyone has been DNF'd if I'm not wrong.
Even Bioride is counted as a finisher here.
Yes, Bioride
A lap
is-
down.
Yes, I think he is counted as a finisher. Eric Griffin is also counted as a finisher by the game. So apart from that, everyone not having the best of their races and retiring before the treacherous condition.
I'm pretty
Showered
sure
in.
most of the competitors are swearing at the guy who created the lobby right now because
See,
that was an insane last lap. I mean, and especially Rocker, he just lost his victory because of those treacherous truck conditions over there.
at the
But-
end of the day, it was not the fault of the lobby creator. It was the fault
Yeah, I
of
mean, we were
Cody's.
just trying to recreate it.
So
but
we
yeah.
were just trying to recreate it. We did put last. So as I said, again repeating for our tier 3 fellows and our viewers, game only gives us 4 slots, and we set the last slot as full wet. So technically the game should have started off the transition like when there was 1/4 of the race left, but the game decided nope, only in the last lap we will give you wet. So we can't do much in that instant. We never know how the game treats the 4 slots as, but we did try to recreate it. But nevertheless, we ended up with some exciting last lap battle and a last lap decision by E-Rock to go on intermediates and just blitz through the field and come up P8 if I'm not wrong. So definitely not a bad finish for him. I will get the podium finishers in the VC.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see what they think of what just happened down there.
Okay, so I think we should have them soon. Okay, Pinan will be here now, so you can probably, and even Rooker is here, so you can probably start off with Rooker.
Rooker, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible. So, Rooker, just talk us through what happened in the final lap, man.
I don't know. The rain, suddenly the grip dropped off so much. Like in the middle of Oruj, I could feel my tires slipping. So I don't know. I thought I would go in the wall and DNF, but I somehow managed to get only a red wing. But after that, I thought the podium was gone since Penan had great pace, even in the wets, and Dojin was catching up. But I thought Dojin had penalties and I could get it. But after the damage, I thought maybe P5 or P6 is good. But after that, the rain increased so much that everyone was slipping around. So I guess P3 is fine, disappointing, but fine.
Yeah, that was really good drive from you until the conditions just messed it up. But yeah, a
Yeah.
really good drive from you.
So just a
Thank you.
confirmation, like you guys would have got more weather updates than us, maybe. But what was the weather supposed to be actually? Like, was it supposed to be wet way before this, or what was the Jeff
No, I
take on
guess
that?
it was at the correct time, like on lap 17 or 18, Jeff had said rain in 5 minutes. But I thought if I drive fast enough, I could beat the rain and get to the finish. But
Uh,
unfortunately, that didn't happen.
I
Uh,
actually, I actually meant, before the lobby was restarted, like in the previous
Like,
lobby.
was the weather same as the old lobby?
no, I don't know. Jeff didn't inform anything.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
it
Okay.
was up to the gods.
Okay, DJ Pinan, you have any info on the weather for the previous lobby?
Actually, no
Yeah.
info. I mean, no, it was on dynamic, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it
but
was on dynamic. So, but we're just asking like if the race predictions was as same as the first lobby.
It was similar, like in the previous lobby, like the original lobby, there was rain towards the end. And so same in this case as well. So
yeah,
That's right.
we
That's
Yeah,
all
we
did.
right.
thought we thought it will start raining like early, but
Yeah,
it started raining in the last few laps,
yes. So
Yeah, we could see
we
that definitely caught out everyone out
yeah.
there.
and that actually was an advantage for me.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did see
So
that.
coming to you, TJ. So after you saw Rooker crash ahead of you, how happy were you?
Actually, I didn't see him crash.
Okay.
Actually, I did not see him crash. I was like, why did Rokas slow down? So I was like trying to catch up, but the tires are just slipping off. So what I did, I was driving in lean and I caught up to him. I was like, why is Rooker not racing me? I didn't even know if his car had damage
He had
until and unless my teammate informed.
he basically lost his car there, but yeah.
I know.
At the end of the day, like we tried setting the weather as close as possible to what we expected from the last session, but again, game gives us 4 slots. We set the last slot to rain, but again, the game decided that only last 2 laps to be wet rather than last 4 or 5 laps being wet. But again, coming back to our race winner today, Pinan. I know that you received a drive-through. How gutted were you when you got that drive-through?
I was quite annoyed. I mean, I was more annoyed than gutted. Because like on the exit of the corner, like my delta was positive, but just dropped suddenly when the VSE ended. So I thought it was like a bug. So Codemasters, please. But I mean, it wasn't too gutted. Like my pace was okay, so I caught up towards the end. That was good. So
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
really good recovery drive from you to get back from the drive-through and get back into the race win. That's a really good drive, I would say.
thank you.
Yep.
Speaking about VSCs, like we had a lot of VSCs in this race. So did you guys catch a glimpse of what happened after the first VSC? Because I think the first VSC was pretty clear, like someone retired. But the other VSCs, even we could not figure out what exactly happened. Did you guys catch a glimpse of what happened
No,
on track?
actually,
No idea.
no idea, dude.
It
Everything
Okay.
happened in the back. We were not even able to judge who died or who crashed.
so
Like,
so we only could see a couple of cars, losing it and crashing into the wall, and that was bringing out VSC. So we were thinking that it might be a game glitch or something, but we got a lot more VSCs than what we had anticipated. But yeah,
I'm pretty sure more
nevertheless,
than
yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty sure more than 9 drivers disqual retired, I guess.
yes.
Almost 9 drivers.
Towards the end, I think in the last lap, some two drivers retired. The best decision was taken by E-Rock, who decided to pit for enters in the last second lap, and he literally caught up like 50 or a minute in the next two laps because of the conditions. So he did move up from the bottom of the grid to up ahead. But yeah, I think there were total of 11 finishers in today's race. So not the best of the race. We will, but then again, Tier 3 is improving and will improve when the next race comes along. But good show from all three of you. A great drive from all three of you, especially in the last lap when the slicks had absolutely no grip on the track. So a great drive, keeping it on the track, braking and all those kind of stuff. And we are done for Tier 3 stream for this week. Next week we will be at Britain, and hopefully this time Tier 3 is not wet, because we have had Tier 3 wet for the last 2 or 3 races that we have had here. So hopefully Tier 3 does not get any more wet race and Tier 1 gets some. But that's it from me and Deepak. Join us for Tier 2 stream, which will be streamed today night at 9:30 after the in real life GP gets over at Portimao. So as soon as that is over, we will hop on to another stream for our Tier 2 boys here at the same circuit of Spa. So do tune in for that. That's been all from me as well as Deepak Raj. Thank you for watching and have a good evening.